Alright, gotten everything sorted and updated for our next match, which is, as you can see on the screen, going to be Stan K-pop Uwu versus VROUM 365 in our winners bracket. Continuing coverage of the round of 16 here today. Two teams that looked pretty interesting in the first round of play. Stan K-pop Uwu just barely escaping in a tiebreaker against Sport Lover Fan Club, thanks to an incredible performance. Why is the Pro 365 on the wrong side? Anyway, thanks to an incredible performance from a couple of their members, namely Civil Oath and Shiroha. VROUM 365 with a 6-4 victory over Team Metal Frog, which was the team of I'm a Fancy Lad, and they were in fact the first team to be eliminated from the tournament yesterday. So it just goes to show RNG is everything in Suiji Cup. They are in their second warm-up, which means we have a little bit of time here to talk about these rosters as they begin their ban phase. So on the left-hand side, Stan K-pop Uwu, the 29th seed by BWS. Going to be Shiroha, My Angel, Miku with the A seeds, Slowburn, aka Fasto Frizu, and Korlak as the B seeds, Civil Oath and Ezzy as the C seeds, and Melver and Desperry as their D seeds. Of course, Civil Oath, the tremendous performance last week, FCing 10 of 11 maps, almost FCing the other one too, as a one miss in the other map. Very solid performance from him. We'll be watching out for Civil Oath once again here in this one, as well as Shiroha, aka Doomy, of course, who was another impressive performer in their first match of this tournament. On the other side, you've got VROUM 365, which is an interesting roster because they've kind of this mix of, I think, absolutely top players at their seeds with some people who you wouldn't expect to do as well as they did last week, and we'll see if they can continue that performance. Notably at their A seeds, Fiel and Din, I think, did a pretty solid job last week in helping that team win the match. Not necessarily the most heralded A seeds, but performed as well as as they needed to move on. Their B seeds are the Pro 365 and Rivenex Lucario. Of course, everybody knows the Pro 365 tournament player. All the time, all over the place. You see him a lot. A bit of a wide skill range for him. At peak, he is one of the best B seeds, and off peak, he can have some pretty rough days. So we'll see how things are going for him right now. They have one of the best C seeds in the tournament with VROUM CV Vitae, joined by Asterisk as his second C seed. I don't remember if Asterisk played a single map last week. VROUM is, of course, a very, very strong player in that seed range. Finally, down to the D seeds, Vertarix and Belfast Chan, the last two players for VROUM 365. Kind of more serviceable, I would call them. Not going to be, you know, the insane carries like some of the top D seeds like Neuro, but definitely will hold their own on any given pick. And we do have our last result of the 14 o'clock, wow, 14 block. I guess 14 o'clock is technically like sort of right. The 14 UTC block with the defeating Manchester United 6-3. So that is Bubbleman's team gone in a hurry. I feel like that was a bit of an unlucky draw for that team. I think did not end up with a roster that was quite as strong as some of the others. Similarly to EU State of Asia being eliminated by Chaos Fantasy 6-0. Just not a roster that was all that strong in the Suiji setting. So the entire 14 UTC block has ended. We move entirely now into 15 UTC, where there are, of course, 5 matches ongoing. You can see all of the MPs for the other 4. The exclamation mark MPS command. Exclamation mark MP for the match history for this particular match that we have on stream right now. We do see first couple bands coming out are going to be, let me bring up my chat here. Hard Rock 2, the first band from Stan Kpop, that is Ghostly, the CS 6.5. Hidden 2, the first band from VROUM 365. That is our AR8 Hidden. So once again, seeing that AR8 Hidden band, look at our results. Was Hidden 2 currently at a 100% ban rate for the 4 matches that I know the bans for. Chaos Fantasy, Australia, Manchester United, and now VROUM 365, all banning Hidden 2. As we now wait for the second ban from Stan Kpop. Where's Kpop? Are they gonna ban Nomad 1? Man, I like that song. I mean, I can understand not liking the map all that much, I guess, but You and I is such a good song. Dreamcatcher, man, come on. Stan Kpop taking their time with this second ban. Trying to decide, I suppose, what they would like to remove. First ban being Hard Rock 2. I mean, that's just like 6.5, so I don't know what it necessarily means to expect as the second ban. It's going to be DT number 2. Wait, did I miss a ban? Did we miss a ban here? Oh, we did miss the Nomad 1 ban. Okay, so it was the second ban for the Nomad 1 ban, just kind of slipped through the cracks there. Room 365 with the DT2 ban. So that's Wicked Fate, the 10.3 getting banned out. Oh my god. I just watched the viewers drop by like 6 instantly, and I don't know why. How did viewers go from 100 to 56? What went live? What just went live? What the hell? Oh, we're dying. This is so sad. Everybody's streaming. Holy cow. Beast Troll, Spare, Ryuke, Wubwolf, Digital Hypno, Flask, Yong, Zapraxia, Rikia, Doomy. Like every tournament player is streaming, and every tournament is streaming, and I'm pretty sure Catch World Cup might be on as well. Alright. That being said, we do have the first pick in from VROUM 365. It's gonna be Fremont 1, Hinatabi Bittersweet's Chocolate Smile. Love difficulty, 6.17 stars, Nomad 6.62 stars with Hard Rock. This is the second longest map in the pool outside of the tiebreaker at 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Another relatively aim-focused Fremont 1, similar to what we saw last week. Let's see what players end up being in for this one for both teams. I'm expecting to see Shiroha Civil Oath for pretty much every map for Stan K-Pop Uru, which means only their B and D seeds will be variable. On the side of VROUM 365, I do think we'll see a decent amount of player changing. Probably will be mostly the Pro 365. But you never know. It looks like both teams maybe going to organize themselves in seed order here, which is kind of cool. I like it. It makes watching this stream quite nice. There's currently Melver in the wrong slot. Somebody get Melver in slot 4, please. That's not the. He's in the C seed slot right now. Go to the D seed slot. Thank you. All right, nice order. So await the arrival of a B seed for VROUM 365 and a C seed for Stan K-Pop Uwu. Reminder for free mods, of course, in this tournament, just need 2 players with a mod. Can be any of Hidden Hard Rock Easy, or I believe even Flashlight. Easy scores multiplied by 1.75 or 1.5. Oh no, Civil Oath and the Pro joined on the wrong teams. No, they gotta move. Unlucky. I think this year we're probably not going to see much Easy. We saw a fair amount of Easy last year because there were maps that actually favored it. You know, you had the like Kirby mix maps, which I think that was another kind of defining characteristic of a lot of tournaments in early 2019. I feel like there were a lot of Kirby mix maps. Like late 2018, early 2019 was just Kirby mixed everywhere. And that was the type of Fremont map that was actually favored to Easy because they're very straightforward patterns. A lot of them are CS5 AR8 to begin with, or at least CS4 AR8. So they were the maps that people were running Easy on. Now you just don't see those anymore. And so nobody runs Easy, especially because people stopped doubling Easy because they realized when it was either broken or useless. Easy 2x Easy, where Easy was worth the same as Nomad, you know, on maps that were Easy favored, quote unquote, it was OP as hell. And on maps where Easy was not favored, it just didn't matter. And now just nobody runs Easy because there's no point in running Easy if you can't even get 1,000,000 points. And I'm fine with that. I don't like Easy. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't like that kind of Easy abuse, I guess, is more the thing. Okay, I believe we should be good to go. I think Civil Oath, Stab K-Pop? Stab K-Pop, yes. That's a better name than Stan K-Pop, to be honest. Stab K-Pop Uwu. I think at long last we're gonna be able to get going here. Of all the referees that have to deal with this crap, it unfortunately had to be I'm sorry. Yasmin, very unfortunate. We're going to see Shiroha, Korlak, Civil Oath, Melver, Din, the Pro 365 Asterisk, and Vertarix as our 8 players. And you can see them in nice slot seed order. Slots 1 through 4, A, B, C, D. Slots 5 through 8, A, B, C, D. And it looks like on this pick, it's just going to be 2 hiddens per team. It's going to be Korlak hidden, Civil Oath hidden for Stan K-pop Uwu. And it's going to be the C and D seeds running the mods for VROUM 365, Asterisk, and Vertarix with hidden over there. The Pro 365 is going to smoke T1G at every opportunity he gets. So just be prepared to see my name a whole lot in his little screen there. And this is, again, like I said before, similar to last week, it is going to be kind of the no mod 1 of the free mod pool. And we'll see how things go here for Stan K-pop. Civil Oath, of course, looked like an absolute monster last week. Let's see if he keeps that up this week. He's got, I think, a good low seed performance to live up to with Neuro's performance from the previous match today. But I think Civil Oath should be up to the challenge. On the side of VROUM 365, well, interestingly enough, we see VROUM himself not in for the first map, but we do see Civil Oath, of course, first break. I just put way too much pressure on him. He's probably not even watching the stream, and I just put so much pressure on him, he broke in the first 250 combo. So that will be early lead to VROUM 365. And a couple of breaks coming out. Din, Melver, Civil Oath, and Korlak all missing. The only FC left on Stan K-pop is now Shiroha. Meanwhile, VROUM still has the Pro, Asterisk, and Vertarix FCing. Civil Oath breaking once again. Okay, well, did he deactivate his, like, his Aqua in that? Like, did he turn off his hacks? What's going on here? Din and Asterisk finding a couple breaks for VROUM 365, so it's the Pro and Vertarix now. Shiroha, the only FC left on Stan K-pop, but this is, I think, pretty comfortable for him. I'm not too concerned about his performance. It is an early advantage to VROUM 365 by 150,000 points. And they'll look to maintain that through this second verse here. Combos being built up basically across the board. We have not seen any breaks in over 300 combo from any player. And the instant I say that, Civil Oath finds another break. This is really surprising from him. I don't feel that this map is really that much difficult than anything that he FC'd last week, but there's another break on that big jump pattern. Vertarix missing as well as Melver once again. I don't know that I can really explain what's going on here other than maybe sunspots? Shiroha gonna break as well. There's no combo on the side of Stan K-pop. The Pro and Din are the only combos in the lobby. Can I get some feedback from chat here? Like, is this map actually hard, or is everybody just running it down? Because I kind of feel like everybody's just running it down, other than the Pro and Din. Like, oh, Shiroha did not break, so his combo is back. So he's not running it down either. I honestly just think it's kind of cursed because that's a lot of misses from players that you would not expect to be missing on a map like this. But it is still that 400,000 nearly point lead for VROUM 365. The Pro and Din with pretty big combos. The Pro, of course, with the SS rank. I don't know. He's assessing, and like, it's funny to see the difference between like the Pro and Shiroha and then nearly everyone else. Shiroha with like 1 or 2 100s. The Pro with the SS still intact going into the last Ki here. Korlak and Civil Oath finding another break each, and well, if it wasn't already over, it certainly is now. Din with some breaks, Asterisk with some breaks. This is like actually cursed. I don't know if the players just didn't warm up, or like they all changed their area simultaneously. I'm not really sure. I don't have a good explanation for why this performance is as bad as it is from most of these players, but it is VROUM 365 eventually taking the victory. The Pro 365 with the SS, Shiroha with the 3x100 FC. I guess it's just the first pick shit miss potential. Yeah, we'll go with that because these players are all better than that performance that they just put on. Like everyone in this map, obviously other than the Pro and Shiroha, like they're capable of much better. But the nice even 1 million points for Mario. That's very aesthetic because, of course, no spinner, no mod map for him. Nice even score there. That's really nice to look at. Like I just want to stare at that 1 million points. That's really cool. I do have a functional MP command. Not sure why it's not working. I know there is one, because I updated it. And it worked. I don't know. There is a functional MP command, I promise. It worked like 10 minutes ago. It should work now. So the first pick for Stan K-pop Uwu going to be, excuse me, Nomad 2. To the 3 PM stream map this week. Interesting. Civil saying in chat, my right index condition is very bad. Is he left-handed, or is it just like uncomfortable for him to hold onto a pen? Because I don't know what that's affecting. I mean, either way, it sucks, and that would explain a drop in performance for him if he's got some sort of injury. I've never, personally, other than like cutting my finger, I guess, just had something bad happen. To where like I couldn't hold my pen with my right, but I don't know. I also suck, so it doesn't really matter. We are currently awaiting a 4th member for VROUM 365. It's gonna be the pro. I mean, he does this crap every match, so this is nothing new. This is just kind of his thing, stalling out the timer. Why I was initially a bit resistant to streaming this particular match. Hey, look, there he is. Yeah, so the pro literally just goes out, plays the map, comes back at the last moment of the timer. So this is going to be Shiroha, Slowburn, Civil Oath, Melver against Din, the pro, Astris, and Vertarix here on map number 2. Ikazuchi Nomad 2 stream pick in this pool. First selection from Stan K-pop, as they look to level things out 1 map apiece after VROUM successfully won their own first pick. Civil Oath gonna be the early break. Boy, this could be a really unfortunate set of circumstances if that finger is bothering him as much as it seems to be. This could be a rough go of things for Stan K-pop here today. Four-way FC through the first 350 combo for VROUM 365. Civil just breaking in the very beginning of the map, so he's not going to be too far behind. It's going to be a small lead for VROUM 365, but nothing massive. I mean, as long as VROUM holds on to their 4 FCs, they're going to maintain this lead. And they are doing so thus far. Double SS on Din and the Pro. Double SS for Stan K-pop as well on Shiroha and Slowburn. But just that early break from Civil Oath making the difference right now. It's a very small lead, only about 30,000, 40,000 points for VROUM 365. The accuracy almost identical, ever so slight accuracy lead for VROUM 365, but just that early break at 50 combo in. Oh, but that's a miss on really next to nothing from Din, and that's going to change things up because, assuming that wasn't Bancho, that is going to be the lead going over to Stan K-pop. There it goes. But Melbourne finds a break right back, and now things get really interesting. We're going to see some flickering scores here. Going to be the lead for VROUM 365. Oh, and Civil Oath finds another break, but so does the Pro 365, so does Shiroha. That was a lot of misses all at once. Slowburn, the only combo left for Stan K-pop. Meanwhile, Astrus and Vertarix both have the FCs still going for VROUM 365. And Vertarix breaks near the end here, so it's Astrus versus Slowburn. As everyone dies from VROUM 365, Din, the Pro, and Vertarix all missing. This is going to be very close. It could go over to Stan K-pop, and it does. Just the very end to come here. Slowburn has to hold on, and the other three have solid combos backing him up, and everyone from VROUM 365 just kind of fell apart a little bit here at the end. But there goes Shiroha, there goes Slowburn. That's a lot of misses at the end. That's a lot of score gone, but fortunately, not so much that it was enough to cause a lead change yet again. Stan K-pop holding on in the last seconds there for a 1-1 tie. I don't know what I just witnessed. The ending of that map is something else, but the S rank from Slowburn, the FC, in fact, from him, meaning that Stan K-pop are able to bring this to a 1-1 tie. Civil Oath with the S rank, couple of slider breaks for him. Astrus and Slowburn both with the Slowburn did not have the FC. It's a slider break near the end. Astrus, I believe, may have been an FC. Din, the Pro, and Vertarix just all having some breaks at the near the end of that. That was a bit of a chaotic ending to the map. But what matters is Stan K-pop were able to emerge victorious. And it's going to be Hidden 3 as the pick from VROUM 365. That's the map. Players get ready for this. We're going to take a look around at the other matches that are going on. So we have Team versus 100 Thieves. Currently, she's Team up by 2-1. Looks like they're just on pick order so far in that one. Team winning on Ghost Lead and on Yotogi Banashi, backed by a couple of FCs from Kablaze. 100 Thieves victorious on Haruhana no Iro for their 1 point. They are currently underway on Jehovah's Yahweh, so that's 2 DTs in a row, probably both picked by 100 Thieves. 99 Woodcutting versus Pocket Gala. Pocket Gala victorious on Yotogi Banashi and on Haruhana no Iro. Currently underway on Hype as the third map with Pocket Gala up 2-0 there. Escargot versus SKTT1. SKT winning on Yotogi Banashi. Boy, everybody's playing that map, huh? Escargot victorious on Hidden 3 that we're about to see here, as well as on Haruhana no Iro. Everybody's playing the same maps. SKT bringing it back on Hype, so that one is tied up at 2-2. Currently underway on Freedman. And finally, our last match ongoing right now, Holy Sweet Jesus versus Edward Join Now. Edward Join Now win on Haruhana no Iro. Holy Sweet Jesus win on Ghost Lead. It is 1-1 over there. That'll be the update for all of our ongoing matches so far, as we will be getting underway with map number 3 here shortly. Hidden number 3, the second pick for VROUM 365. Thank you, Yang, for the host. Appreciate that. And here we go. Looks like we have some GLHFs coming out in chat, so we will see map number 3 beginning shortly. It's 45 minutes past the time this match started, and they have played 2 maps. Yes, Civil Oath has missed yet. He has not had a great time of things, in fact, on the first couple of picks. He had a slider break on the second map, but he really did not have a good time on Free Mod 1. So hopefully he'll be able to pick his performance back up here. If he's got that injury, maybe he can sort that out, figure out a way to play around it, but otherwise may continue to struggle a little bit. We are still in pick order here. It is 1-1. VROUM 365 with their second pick. Field, Riven, Asterisk, and Vertarix. So we do have Riven coming in for the first time, replacing Pro. On the other side, Shiroha, Slowburn, Silov, and Melver remain the 4 for Stan Kpop that are going to be playing in this match so far. This one, a relatively comfy map for about the first half to 2/3. Then things pick up a little bit. A little more aim required and some slightly awkward finger control as well. But as you can see, a lot of FCs still alive through the first third. In fact, all 8 of them. Nothing that you're really likely to find any misses on in the early stages of this pick. But you're gonna watch for that difficulty to gradually increase. Still 8 FCs. Who's gonna be the first one to break? That's gonna be the question. It's gotta be somebody sooner or later making it through that jump pattern, the kick slider jumps, as well as the buzz sliders into the next jump pattern. All 8 maintain their FCs. Now things get a little more tricky though. This last third of the map is where it gets pretty real. A lot of slider aim coming into play. Melver is going to be the first player to break, followed up immediately by Slowbird and Asterisk. Fiel, Riven, and Vertarix. 3-way FCing for VROUM. Civil Oath now breaking, so only Shiroha left for Stan Kpop. Fiel missing, as well as Melver once again. But Riven, Lucario, and Vertarix holding on to their FCs for VROUM 365 into the ending. It is a 100,000 plus point lead. Vertarix with a couple of breaks, so it's Riven versus Shiroha here. But I think at this point, unless Riven breaks right now, this could end up being pretty close. It's, I think, a very small combo lead for Stan Kpop Uwu. I just don't think there's enough time left with the spinner being the very end, unfortunately. So that is gonna be VROUM 365 with the win. Only a 70,000 point margin of victory on that one. Shiroha with the best score on the map, FCing that with 90.35 accuracy compared to Riven Lucario's FC with about almost 2% lower AC. With just the slightly longer combos of VROUM 365 making the difference. You see 4-way S rank on Stan Kpop Uwu, but only 1 FC. And that is a slider break map. 2 S ranks and 2 A ranks for VROUM 365 as they go up with a 2-1 lead. Riven Lucario coming in for his first map and FCing it. Can appreciate the hustle there. And an interesting development here, Stan Kpop. First picking Nomad 2, second picking Nomad 5, so they go from streams to speed. Last match we went from the other direction, we went from speed to streams, but this time around it's going to be the high BPM Nomad 5, Yotogi Banashi. Every match has been playing this map, and this one's not going to be an exception to that, as it is the second pick for Stan Kpop Uwu. Alright. As usual, Mario doing his leave thing, or, well, not join thing, I guess, because Ribbon said he was out for this, so we're gonna see the pro. There he is, finally. Desperry coming in for the first time for Stan Kpop, replacing Melver, so we have our first roster change for Stan Kpop Uwu. Fiel and the pro coming in for this one for VROUM 365. Astris and Vertarix, their C and D seeds. Now, is... I can only think that VROUM must be in another match somewhere. France versus China. That's 14 UTC in 3-digit World Cup. I feel like that should have been over by now. It's almost 16 UTC now. It's almost 2 hours. That's quite a long match considering it's only a best of 11. That's insane. I wonder why it's going so slowly. I really thought that would have been over by now. That would also explain why VROUM 365 is taking all these timers. Now, thus far, it hasn't mattered since they're still ahead 2-1, but I think they would rather have VROUM available if possible for the maps that he is stronger on. Early break here from Astris on the side of VROUM 365. So you do have Stan Kpop with the early advantage. I wonder if we'll see any SSs on this one, as they do have 4 alive through the first 300 combo or so here. And 2 alive over on the side of VROUM 365. We saw Young FCing this, or SSing this even, last match. For players with the speed for it, not hard to maintain good accuracy, I don't think, on this map. There's another break for Astris, so 4 FCs to 3, but now a slightly bigger combo advantage for Stan Kpop Uwu. About halfway through, Astris breaking once again. It is only Desperry with the SS still alive. So maybe not going to see any SSs. Vertarix missing an entire stream there. Fiel does have the SS, excuse me, for VROUM 365, so 1 SS per team. And about 2/3 of the way through, it is 300,000 point lead for Stan Kpop. They have yet to find a miss. Meanwhile, Astris, the only one to break for VROUM 365, as Vertarix just suffered a Bancho miss. That is a break from Desperry. Small combo advantage to VROUM 365. Vertarix breaking, however, right after, so that will go out the window. Shurha, Slowburn, and Civil Oath still with the FCs for Stan Kpop. Fiel keeping the SS alive, as well as the pro with his FC. Fiel's SS goes bye-bye as he breaks. That is basically going to do it. The Pro 365, the only FC left for VROUM. As we come into the ending here, it looks like it's going to be a 3-way or near 3-way for Stan Kpop. Looking quite strong on that pick, and it is indeed going to be the triple FC. Stan Kpop Uwu looking quite good on these types of maps. Doomy with the 6-100, Civil Oath with the 2-100, so maybe back on his performance ways. That was Civil Oath looking like the Civil Oath we saw last week once again. The Pro 365, the only FC for VROUM 365 days per year. Vertarix, Astris, and Fiel all suffering some misses. Slowburn, Shurha, Civil Oath, 3-way FCing that one. Desperry just with the 1 miss, 350s, no 100s. That is an interesting stat line. I don't know that I've seen something quite like that before. But it is tied up 2-2, both teams winning their first 2 picks in this match. So on to VROUM 365's third pick, we will go shortly. And it's going to be Utsukushi Kodoku as the pick from VROUM 365. So interesting. They're going for the more in-game, like, kind of skill cap maps, I guess, rather than the mechanics maps, if that makes sense. Like they're kind of maybe trending a little more toward these awkward picks, whereas Stan K-pop just going with the stream and the speed picks. It's like genetics versus in-game ability, something like that. Stan K-pop just abusing genetics. Looks like we have all 8 in the lobby, so we should be able to get started here in a sec. Interesting, Civil Oath going out. So we're gonna see Ezzy for, I think, the first time. I don't think we saw him at all last week. Very interesting. VROUM 365, meanwhile, gonna FPL, the Pro, Asterisk, and Retarix. High-tech slider, go burr. I love Crystal so much. You have no idea. That was the best tweet. That's like tweet of the year candidate, and it's only May. So underway, we will go map number 5 here in our best of 11 matchup. Stan K-pop tied with VROUM 365 2-2. Feel with the arrow downward saying bad, but I don't know who he's actually pointing at. Is that Asterisk or Melver? I guess probably Melver because they're both Norwegian, right? And this one proved to be pretty tricky last match. We saw, I believe, only one FC. Some decent combos, but there's some tough spots in this pick. It's not as hard as the disco map of the song, but definitely tricky in its own way, as we see Slowburn and Melver with the early breaks here for Stan K-pop. And the strat here for VROUM working out in the early stages of this pick, it would seem. Everybody continuing their combos. We do still have 6 FCs alive. Some tricky long slider aim, everybody making it through just fine there. It is advantage VROUM 365 for Tarix and Shiroha gonna trade breaks. So there's only Ezzy with the FC and it is gone. That might have been a Bancho miss. I got a little bit of lag there right when that happened, so I'm not sure if that was a real miss or not. We'll find out. But heading towards a 300,000 point lead here for VROUM 365, halfway through. Fiel and the Pro are all 4 players, in fact. With the FCs still. Okay, all right, Bancho, you're doing a good job. No FCs on the side of Stan K-pop. Ooh woo. Pretty decent combos on Slowburn and Melver after their early misses, but Shiroha and Ezzy lagging pretty far behind here means that it is over a 400,000 point lead for VROUM 365. I don't know what's wrong with Nightbot, by the way. I think Nightbot's just down or something, so commands are non-functional currently. This is indeed Ezzy's first map of the tournament. Civil Oath hurt his finger. Is a 600k lead for VROUM 365, so just yeah, I'd say it's pretty much over at this point. It's a triple FC for the Pro, Fiel, and Retarix still. Longest combo in Stan K-pop is not quite 900 here from Slowburn. And this might end up being a triple FC from VROUM 365, so whatever I said about this map being difficult, I guess is just not a concern for them. Or a triple S rank at least. I don't remember what FC combo is on this map offhand. I thought it was like 1244. Somewhere around there. That is a performance from VROUM 365, I would say. 3-2 goes the score. Nobody from Stan K-pop really looking all that great on that pick. Unfortunately, they had 2 players eclipsing the lowest score on VROUM 365, and that's about all there is to say about that team. Unfortunately, on that pick, just not going their way, but that might be the strategy here for this pick. VROUM 365 going for those types of maps, whereas Stan K-pop goes for, you know, kind of less aim reliant, less micro movement requiring types of picks. But what else is there in the pool besides Nomad 2 and Nomad 5? DT3, that's what's in the pool. DT3. The Rita Haruhana no Iro. So that's AR8 DT. Older Frostmourne map, 248 BPM. Couple of decently long bursts. Nothing too crazy. Nothing aim intensive either. Mostly just making sure you are able to get through those couple of bursts intact, and other than that, it's just a map. Mario's Osu crashed. he already takes the entire timer. Why not just have his Osu crash on top of it? So we did the Pro 365 Asterisk and Vertarix by my estimation against Shiroha, Slowburn, Civil Oath, and then Desperi or Melver. Not really sure which of those players it's going to end up being, but we'll find out. While we're waiting, let's see what we've got going on. 100 Thieves versus Team. It is, I think, over, actually. Team looking like, let's double check here. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, that is a 6-1 victory for Team over 100 Thieves. Winning Yoto Gibanashi, Jehovah's Yahweh, Sakase Natsuzora, Scrap Syndrome, and Dazzling to win that one. So there's our first match of the 15 UTC block over in just about an hour. Quick one there, 6-1 score in favor of Team. As of course the roster of Musty, Rikia, Luniers, Eddie, USMC, Sari, Khan, and Lily Flower. A roster that I think is worth keeping an eye on in this one as they move on into the quarterfinals. They'll end up facing JT Bulldozer or Milky Warfare. The match between those two is tomorrow. As we are finally underway with map number 5. Shiroha, Slowburn, Desperi, and Civil Oath in the wrong slots. Gosh darn it. Din the Pro 365 Asterisk and Vertarix for VROUM 365. Hey look, the Pro writing my name in smoke again. This is once again, you know, Stan K-pop kind of trying to lean into these type of maps where not so heavy on the aim requirement, or, you know, control aim as the case may be depending on the pick. Just looking at these longer bursts, and that's going to be Slowburn finding a break. We saw that happen, I forget to whom offhand in the previous match, but it looks like it's happened to Slowburn here, missing on that first burst. And that will be the lead over to VROUM 365. And honestly, that might be the hardest thing in the entire map right there. So VROUM 365 gonna try to run with this lead. Slowburn finding another break. The first 2 bursts, he's found 2 breaks. You hate to see it. That's VROUM 365 now with 60, 70 growing. 1,000-point lead. For Tarks will be a break for VROUM 365, though. That's what Stan Kpop needed to try and come back in this one. Its score was still pretty close, just with the one player missing. And Doomy, Despairy, and Civil Oath also with the FCs intact means that Stan Kpop will take this lead. They have an accuracy advantage and a combo advantage. 3 FCs to 3 for Tarks with another break. That's going to help Stan Kpop out even more. Just the last quarter of the map to go. It's going to be up over 100,000 points. The lead now for Stan Kpop. Let's see if they can maintain this into the ending. Just a one longer burst and they make it through there just fine. Looks like a triple FC for both teams, but Slowburn going to outperform Vertarix by a little bit, and the combo, or the accuracy in favor of Stan Kpop as well. Despairy and Asterisk both missing a couple times ascending, so it's going to be maybe 2 FCs for each team. And there it is. 4 million score for Stan Kpop, doing pretty well for themselves, I would say. Both Shiroha and Civil Oath putting up solid scores. 4 100s for Shiroha and 6 100s for Civil Oath, it's matching the accuracy from Din. Over 1 million for 3 of the 4 players on Stan Kpop. The Pro and Din able to come out with FC's Asterisk with just those misses at the end, but fortunately, Vertarix making kind of the difference there. Unfortunately, let's just say that a few times so we get it through everybody's head. 160,000 point difference between Slowburn and Vertarix. And that will be tied up once again, 3 to 3 here. Stan Kpop still able to find picks that they can be successful on. And that means VROUM 365 picking once again with a tied score. Alright, so let's take a look here. We've got 99 wood cutting against Team Pocket Gala. As we saw earlier, Pocket Gala winning the first 3, 4, and 5 picks. It is a 5-0 lead for Pocket Gala over 99 wood cutting there. That is a team to look out for as well. Possibly the strongest B, C, and D seed overall in this tournament between their players. On the Pocket Gala side with Dada, Miles, Malteser, Sheena, Noriko, and with serviceable A seeds, that team looking to go far. They are just one map away from closing out a 6-0 sweep over 99 woodcutting. We also have, of course, Escargot versus Team, whatever they're called, SKTT1, thank you. Is a 4-3, no, excuse me, it is a 5-3 score in favor of SKT T1 over there, who have just emerged victorious on Scrap Syndrome. So SKT T1 will look to take that match on the next pick. Some of the strongest high seeds in that one with Bartek, Too Slow, Sigi all on one roster. That's pretty crazy. We get the pick in. It is going to be featuring such Lapix Remix mirror map. Again, VROUM 365 going with this type of map. Definitely leaning heavily into the heavy mechanical picks. And finally, Holy Sweet Jesus versus Edward join now, the other match that is still ongoing. We do have a 3-3 tie there, so they are matching the match we have on stream here. Holy Sweet Jesus winning on Freedman. Edward joined now on Sakaze Natsuzora and on Masquerade, but Holy Sweet Jesus on Wicked Fate. Everyone's staying very tight. 3-3 in that one. Looks like we are going to see Korlak in for the first time in a while for Stan Kpop. We'll be replacing Slowburn here on this pick. Shiroha, Melver, and Civil with the other 3. Meanwhile, VROUM 365 can maintain a very similar roster to what we've been seeing. Fiel, the Pro, Asterisk, and Vertarix. I can't believe that that match is still ongoing that VROUM is playing in. Like, that's actually ridiculous. It's been over 2 hours, and it's a best of 11. Like, there's no reason that should take so long. I don't know what's happening over in 3WC. But, very unfortunate for VROUM 365. It looks like that match has just ended. China victorious over France 6-4. So we may see VROUM now able to take part in... Finished more than 10 minutes ago. So he's just not playing then. Interesting. VROUM wasn't available. Interesting. I thought he wasn't available because he was playing in another match. He's just not available because he's not available? I don't know what the story is there. At any rate, Nomad 4 here. Kind of a hybrid. You've got a little bit of stamina required. The BPM isn't that high. Also, the tech map, you know, slider aim. And a lot of consistency. This one's over 4 minutes long. This is the longest map out to the tiebreaker. 4 minutes 36 seconds, memory serves. So this one has a range of skill sets you've got to be able to cover to play it properly. And Vertarix pointing at his accuracy there, 92%. Still has the FC. That's all that matters. And into the first difficult section we'll go. Shiroha finding a break as well as Civil and Vertarix in that breakdown. Excuse me. So 2 FCs, all that are left for State K-pop, Korlak and Melver. Meanwhile, Fiel, the Pro, and Asterisk still FCing on the side of VROUM 365. Korlak gonna find a break, and that is only Melver now. Civil loses his combo once again. And this is kind of the problem that I think Stan K-pop are having. Civil Oath just not able to control his pen very well, it seems like. So he's able to play the more speed-intensive maps that don't require as much aim, but anything like this, he's definitely struggling on. Fiel does find a break for VROUM 365, but the Pro and Asterisk are still going. And that is giving them about a 100,000 point lead here. Things will quiet down a little bit for a while. A couple big combos. You can see FC on Melver, FC on the Pro, FC on Asterisk. Vertarix and Shiroha both up over 500, approaching 600. Combo Asterisk does find a break, so now it is 1 FC to 1. Things are going to stay pretty tight here. Combo advantage to Stan K-pop Woo, but who is going to be the one of these FCs to hold on the longest between the Pro and Melver? Well, it's going to be the Pro. Civil Oath and Melver both breaking, as well as Fiel. Asterisk, though, breaks. Oh my goodness, the Pro breaks as well. There's really no combo at all left on VROUM 365 now. The only combo in the entire match, Shiroha at about 800. Everyone else has just kind of, well, not had the greatest time in that section of the map. I don't know what happened to literally 7 out of the 8 players, but Shiroha giving Stan K-pop a chance here with a big combo. So Dumi with almost 1,000 combo. Question is, can he make up this difference that's still about 50,000 points? And if you look, that's kind of the score difference between him and the Pro. Pro with about 363k. Dumi gaining ground on him, but it was about 50 to 60k initially. Okay. I don't know, that's something in Chinese, I guess. Dumi PayPal! Alright, well, this is all on Dumi's shoulders now to try and carry in the last third of the map. If he can hold on through this section, makes it through the jump streams and the space stream as well. Fiel finding a break. The score gap is coming down thanks to that big combo from Dumi. He is a one-man army right now. The lead goes over to the side of Stan K-pop. Vertarix finding a break for VROUM. That's going to help out Stan K-pop even more. Civil with Melver and Korlak all building up big combos as the Pro misses as well. The only combo on the side of VROUM is Asterisk. And the lead is just going to shoot out. No, Korlak and Melver both finding a break. So it's now down to just Dumi and Civil Oath. However, Asterisk is the only combo of any note on VROUM 365, so this should be going to Stan K-pop. It looks like they'll be able to find this break point here. Doomy doing what he needed to do as the A seed on this map. Just the one early miss, but he has held onto his combo and pretty solid accuracy ever since then. And that is going to lead to Stan Kpop holding on to a 200,000 point lead, and with it, they will be taking a break point here, it looks like. Cannot discount the score of Civil Oath either. 1,000 plus combo. Had a little trouble early on in this map, but he definitely put things back together, and that is a 300k, 240k victory for Stan Kpop. The zero miss S rank from Doomy. 1,100 combo from Civil Oath, just under 1,100 combo from Melver. The Pro and Asterisk matching Civil Oath and Melver, pretty much identical scores between them all, but it was, in fact, the Pro with about 100,000. They did have better scores, pretty much identical combos, Pro and Asterisk, but Vertarix, not the greatest of scores, nor Fiel, the 432k out of the A seed, not living up to what an A seed needs to put forth on that map when you consider that Doomy had the 782k S rank. The map is not missable, it is slider breakable, and that is a breakpoint and a lead, 4-3 now for Stan Kpop, taking the advantage over VROUM 365. And we do have another couple of results. SKT T1 have closed things out over Escargot. It is a 6-3 victory. And Pocket Gala have finished things out over 99 Woodcutting, 6-1 the score there. We are finally down to our last couple of 15 UTC matches. These will be our last two. VROUM 365 versus Stan Kpop. 2 points away from Stan Kpop closing this one out. And Holy Sweet Jesus versus Edward join now the other ongoing match. It's like a 4-3 lead over there in favor of Holy Sweet Jesus. Now the next pick from Stan Kpop, very important. Getting that break point means that if they can win this one on their own pick, they will have a couple of match points, one on their opponent's pick, one on their own pick. Wait, why does Fiel hate me? What did I do to you, Fiel? I don't know what I did to him. I don't know why he hates me. I feel like I should be allowed to call people out if they perform poorly. I don't know if that's what he was talking about or not. At any rate, what do you pick here if you're Stan Kpop? I guess you pick DT. You pick Dazzling. That is DT number 1. That is our kind of generic Air 10.3 DT pick. .236 beats per minute, 2 minutes 19 seconds, 6.16 stars. It is an anime Air 10.3 DT pick. What more needs to be said? Wait for the arrival of a 4th player for VROUM 365. As usual, Mario taking his sweet time. I don't know, maybe Riven's gonna come in. Hard to say. Somebody, can somebody just go to Mario's house and like force him to join the lobby and stop doing this stupid stalling crap every single map he plays? I wonder, like, you gotta figure he discusses it with his team ahead of time, right? Like, he's gonna take the entire timer in every single map he plays. Like, do they know that this is gonna be a thing that he does? Because it happens, like, every match I see him play and every tournament I see him in. Oh, he's watching the stream. Stop watching the stream. Play your match, dumbass. Yeah, he does it nonstop in every single tournament. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. Not gonna lie. NGL. Anyway, Shirha, Slowburn, Sperry, Civil Oath, Din, the Pro, Asterisk, Vertarix. This is a very important map. Stan K-pop wants to win this on their own pick to give themselves a chance at a match point. VROUM 365, of course, wants to tie things up 4-4 with a break point right back. We've got a little bit of lag going on, but everybody holding in the early stages. The Pro and Vertarix may be both missing. Those may have both been misses. Obviously, Bancho being Bancho, hard to say for 100% sure for another few seconds. But does, at this point, look like it's Stan K-pop with a 4FC to 2 advantage. Just a quarter of the way in. Those were pretty early in the first couple hundred combo. I feel like DT1 did this last week too. I don't know what it is about DT1s in this tournament that like they caused lag in the tournament client, because it was the same thing with the no, was it DT2? It was Titanic of Stygian at any rate, whatever map that was last week, that had this same issue. And it is going to be break from Din as well. 4FC is to just 1 now. Stan K-pop in the driver's seat pretty firmly. Breaks from Despair and Civil Oath at a very odd sort of point. That's right about halfway through. You don't want to break there. However, the Pro 365 comes back with a break of his own for VROUM. Shirha and Slowburn still with the FCs on the side of Stan K-pop. No FCs other than Asterisk. But Vertarix has a decent combo. So right now it is still a 300,000 point advantage for Stan K-pop. Does map have a storyboard or a video? Maps have storyboard. Well, I download without video, so it shouldn't be a video if there is one. Yeah, I don't know. The tournament client just does not like 10.3, I guess. But this is gonna be Stan K-pop just looking to close out this pick. It's about a 500,000 point lead. Civil Oath continuing to have trouble, but I guess, you know, kind of the thing is, like, all he has to do is make it through 2 more maps. If they can win this, he has got a week for his finger to heal. And then hopefully he'll be back to normal for the quarterfinals matchup, should they get there. And it looks like we will see Shiroha, aka Doomy, as the only FC on the map. Very good performance from him, and that is a 1,000,000 point lead and victory on that one for Stan K-pop. That is 5-3 now, the score. And VROUM 365 now on the brink of being knocked down into the losers bracket. Doomy, the standout player on that pick. Slowburn putting up a pretty solid score as well, 869K. Really, 3 of the 4 members of Stan K-pop performing better than anyone on the side of VROUM 365. Nobody over there able to get over 700K. Nobody over there even able to get over 663K. So hard to win when your scores look like that, unfortunately. And it's going to be a DT pick right back from VROUM 365. That is interesting. DT number 4. So that's Jehovah's Yahweh. I I don't know that I expected this. I would have thought this would be a Stan K-pop pick, if anything, but VROUM 365 gonna go for it here. So they might know something I don't, but I really thought Stan K-pop had the advantage on these types of maps. This one's 330 BPM. I mean, that alone, like, that's a Doomy and well, I would have thought Doomy and Slowburn and Civil Oath, but maybe Corlac comes in. I don't know though, VROUM 365 picking this, so they clearly, you know, you'd like to think they know what they're doing. This pool bad. Alright, well, if you're interested in providing useful and constructive map pool feedback, I would direct you to the hashtag MapPoolFlame channel in the Discord server. Saying this pool bad is not really the sort of criticism that helps improve future pools, but, you know, you're welcome to your opinion. Meanwhile, Holy Sweet Jesus versus Edward Join now. Coming down to the wire, it looks like we've got a score of 4-4. They're actually playing the same map. Both these matches currently playing Jehovah's Yahweh. This one, Stan K-pop looking to close things out with a 6-3 score. VROUM 365 looking to stay alive. The other one, the team's tied up at 4-4. We've got Shirahad, Despair, Corlac, Civil Oath, Din, the Pro, Asterisk, and Vertarix. And again, I am curious about how wise this pick may have been from VROUM 365, but with this freaking stuttering, maybe we can fix it with a little panic. Hopefully that'll help. Nope, it didn't. Okay, well, we're just gonna watch with some stuttering. I apologize. I don't know actually what's causing this. I did see the early break from Civil Oath, but an early miss from Din as well means that they are gonna stay pretty even. It looks like they may have missed on these same, if not, you know, very similar notes at least. Corlac with an early break as well, but Vertarix finding a miss for VROUM 365. So it is 2 FCs to 2, the Pro 365 and Asterisk against Shiroha and Desperi. And this is like, you know, this is kind of picking right into Doomy's wheelhouse. Like, he is a very, very strong DT player. Has, I think, underrated speed. Everybody knows he's good at DT, but never gets discussed in those speed discussions. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm overrating him as a speed player, but definitely good as a DT player regardless. And I don't know, I can't do anything about this stuttering, so unfortunately we're just gonna have to put up with it for this map. I don't actually have any idea what's causing this either. It's gonna be a break from Desperi. It is about a 110,000 point lead, but that's gonna be a break from Corlac as well. The score can come back here pretty easily now. No real combo for 2 of the members of Stan K-pop. Meanwhile, all 4 members of VROUM have combo alive. Yeah, it's something to do with DT, I guess, but I don't know what. And Desperi finds another break. It's Shirha and Civil trying to do what they can. No, just kidding. Civil does find a break as well. So this one, I think, is pretty well over. That's a lot of combo for VROUM 365. They are way in the lead. And just the ending to come now. VROUM 365 gonna make Stan K-pop try to close this out on their own pick. Score's gonna go to 5-4 here. What do Stan K-pop still have left in their arsenal to try to pick? Already gonna be thinking about that one as the score goes to 5-4. Very strong performance from VROUM 365. Double FC, it looks like, on the Pro and Asterisk. Do you see the FC from Doomy on the side of Stan K-pop? Civil Oath, though, all the way down to B rank. Desperi and Corlac not having the most wonderful times either, so that one not working out for Stan K-pop, but was the VROUM pick, and it worked for them. So we will move on now. The last pick of this match will come from Stan K-pop. If they win it, they are victorious, and if they do not, we will have our first tiebreaker of this round. Holy Sweet Jesus has won this map in their match against Edward Join Now. So that one, I believe, a 5-4 lead as well. Double FC there too. Majora and Toyostara both FCing it for Holy Sweet Jesus. So this match is all locked up. Very, very tight. Take their time, I think, are Stan K-pop trying to pick this last map, because it's a tricky period. It's a tricky pick. You know, there's some stuff that they kind of just, I don't think, can pick. You know, you can't, even if, well, they couldn't pick No Mod 1 if it hadn't been banned, you know, for instance, like something like that, not gonna be pickable. Maybe you go, do you No Mod 3? I don't think you go No Mod 3. You don't go any of the Hard Rocks. Yeah, I genuinely am not sure what you pick here as Stan K-pop. They're gonna pick Free Mod 2, it looks like, so that is going to be Freedman. So that's 5.79 No Mod, 6.24 with Hard Rock, 2-minute 44 second, 240 BPM. So that's, I believe, tied highest BPM outside of the DT pool. Even considering the DT pool, it's one of the higher BPMs, to be honest. Mapped by Val. Actually, mapped by Nuke. I don't know who that is. They might know who that is. N-O-U-K. I don't think what? Did they name change or something? They have to have name changed. I don't know who that is anymore. Because the player Nuke is 100 play count, 6 million total score. Interesting. It is. Maybe it's Distant Years now. I think it's Distant Years. Let's see. Maybe not, though. Well, Distant Years is clearly an old mapper, at least. Maybe it is then. So once again, waiting for Mario. What else is new, guys, right? We do currently have another match getting underway. Suiji Winners versus Furry Zoo. I honestly don't know which team is which, but I think Suiji Winners won the first map on Sakase Natsuzora. We'll be switching to that one as our last map, as our last match of the day here, once this match ends, depending, well, probably, depending on how long the last couple maps of this match take. I believe we are finally good to go. My Angel Miku coming in, so on the deciding map of this match, potentially, for Stan K-pop, they have My Angel Miku playing his first map of the match over Doomy. I am interested in that particular decision. We'll see how it goes for them. He joins Slowburn, Civiloth, and Melver against Fiel, the Pro, Astris, and Vertarix. I am curious about this. I did not expect that decision to be made. My Angel Miku and Melver both running Hidden here. Meanwhile, on the VROUM 365 side, we see the Pro and Astros with Hard Rock, Vertarix with Hidden. So a small overmod for VROUM 365, one extra mod. early accuracy lead over to Stan K-pop. You see a couple of SSs still, though Melver down at 92%, Asterisk at 89, and the Pro at 94. So maybe accuracy not going to be the biggest factor in this particular pick. It's going to be a lot about combo, I think, as Melver does find the early break for Stan K-pop within the first 300 combo, but that does mean combo advantage is back to the side of VROUM 365. Fiel and My Angel Miku trading breaks. The Pro finding another miss. Boy, is this going to be a Fiesta as well, like Fremod 1. This might be another Fiesta on our hands here, as Slowburn and Civil Oath retaining their FCs for Stan K-pop, and Astris and Vertarix for VROUM 365. I don't know who Will is, so saying Will what doesn't really help me much. Into the first cat we go, Melver finding another break, but so does the Pro. Mario having a lot of trouble. Vertarix drops his FC. Well, that's 2 modded FCs gone now for VROUM. They do still have Asterisk with the Hard Rock FC, but Civil Oath and Slowburn still FCing for Stan K-pop. Ooh. Slowburn, in fact, still with the SS, and I wonder about the wisdom of an overmod here from VROUM 365, because the double no mod are the double FC currently for Stan K-pop, so working out pretty well for them thus far. Melver with another break, struggling a lot with this. I think he's a little bit of a mod take, but that's a break from Slowburn at a very odd sort of point in time, as well as Civil Oath right after. Fiel missing for VROUM 365, but Asterisk still with the FC, and the Pro and Vertarix still with decent combos. Now, My Angel Miku does have a 500 plus combo as we head into the last quarter of this map, but Asterisk still has the FC alive, and he's going to be able to bring this score gap down all on his own if he can keep that FC. It is going to shrink, and it is going to flicker over here in the last moments of the map. This one looks like it may go to VROUM 365. They might just be able to force a tiebreaker here, as long as they do not completely fall apart in the last moments. Asterisk's FC looks like it's going to end up being enough to take this to a tiebreaker. 100,000 points goes the lead, and that is going to be it. VROUM 365 holding on when they needed to in this one, and that is going to mean that we have a 5-5 score and a tiebreaker on our hands. Asterisk with the FC, the only FC in the lobby, did a ton of work. As you look at the scores around the lobby, the best score by over 250,000 points. And off goes Mario to go play the tiebreaker. And that means we have our first sighting of Pure Furies. Vengeance is Mine, the extra stage difficulty. Some Dematory tiebreaker time. A tradition unlike any other. Just under 7 stars with Hard Rock. I don't know if anybody's quite that bold. We did see Holy Sweet Jesus closing things out against Edward Join Now, 6-4 the final score there. So this is now our final match of the timing block. This is one where I honestly kind of think VROUM 365 might have the advantage, just because Civil Oath is not at 100% physically today with that issue with his finger. I think this kind of gives the advantage to VROUM 365 on a tiebreaker that requires aim and consistency above most else. Praxia has exited Suiji Cup. Unlucky. Alright. So we've got Shiroha, Slowburn, Civil Oath, Desperi, Fiel, the Pro 365, Asterisk, and Vertarix on the tiebreaker to determine our victor. We'll find out who moves on to the quarterfinals. The winner of this gets a date with the winner of Squirrel Pants versus The Nation in a week's time in that quarterfinal matchup. We're going to see a mod advantage. Vertarix running hidden on this one for VROUM 365. Now, I don't think that's probably going to end up mattering all that much, but on the off chance that it does, that's kind of ballsy of him for sure. As we remember last week, Doomy and Civil Oath both FC'd the tiebreaker, allowing Stan Kpop to make it through that match. Will we see similar heroics once again from an injured Civil Oath? Spot on the quarterfinals on the line on this map. You know what? It's a Dematory tiebreaker. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into on Dematory tiebreakers. There's going to be aim, there's going to be streams, there's going to be consistency, it's going to be pretty long. Vertarix is the first to break, so that hidden FC is the first one gone. When did Desperi miss? I am obviously blind. I literally didn't see his miss. So it's going to be combo advantage to Stan Kpop. They're going to take the lead now. Doomy still with the SS thus far, as well as the Pro 365. Keep that ACK up as long as possible. Everybody makes it through those tricky little 1/3 triangles, okay? 1/3 of the way in, things are about to start getting a little more interesting on the kick slider jump. Slowburn is the first to break as we head into the longer stream section. Lead into the side of VROUM 365. Those kick slider jumps can wreak havoc on a player. And they did here to Slowburn. Small lead to the side of VROUM 365, about 50,000 points. It's gonna grow. There's that difference between Slowburn and Vertarix. Desperi versus the others. 2 FCs. Asterisk and the Pro both breaking on the longer stream. Well, hold on to your horses there, ladies and gentlemen. Fiel, the only FC now left for VROUM 365. Meanwhile, Shiroha and Civil Oath with the 1,000 combo FCs still going for Stan Kpop. They'll be able to take the lead back in their own favor now. Desperi with 1,000 combo, Slowburn with 500. The Pro and Asterisk with nothing to their names. Fiel with an FC still alive, Vertarix with about 850 combo. Just past halfway into this map. Civil finds a break on almost nothing. The kick slider jumps. No, it is not a break. It is a Bancho miss. Thank you so much, Bancho. You're great. So then Shiroha keeping the FCs alive. Fiel, though, with the FC for VROUM 365, he's giving him every chance he can. Vertarix with the 1,000 combo is building back up, but there is less than 1/3 of the map to come. Civil Oath and Doomy still with the FCs for Stan Kpop, and it is going to reach maybe 100k lead, but Desperi finds a miss. Civil Oath just barely makes it through that stream. Slowburn, everyone just broke! Slowburn, Civil Oath, Desperi, Fiel, the Pro, and Asterisk all missing. Vertarix and Doomy the only combos left alive. And there goes Doomy, Desperi, Astrus, and Fiel again. VROUM breaking what was then the longest combo. There is no combo anywhere on the board. It is basically an 8-player combo reset. Everyone just falling completely apart at the same time. And that is, in fact, going to be in favor of Stan Kpop. They are ahead by just under 100,000 points. We'll see if they can hold on to it through the longer streams here near the ending of the map. We are clenching. It is the barest of leads. Not even 70,000 points here for Stan Kpop. The combo is almost identical, really. Just the ending to go. One miss could still change things. There is not a huge difference in score between the two teams. But just the ending here to come. And here we go into the outro. Astrus finding a late break that may have just sealed the fate of VROUM 365. And VROUM, no, he did misaim that entire stream, but Desperi breaking as well. I don't think it's going to matter, unfortunately. That is going to do it. That ending sealed the deal. Astrus and VROUM both missing. Doomy ending up with the one miss just near the 1600 combo. Civil just one miss at 1500 combo. And that is Stan Kpop with 2 tiebreakers in a row, emerging victorious and heading on to the quarterfinals, escaping just by the skin of their teeth. And they give Civil Oath a week now to recover from that finger injury. Even with him not at anywhere near 100% of his potential, they still managed to come out victorious in this one. An incredible match between Stan Kpop and VROUM 365, 6-5. The final score, Stan Kpop. And that was about as close as it gets. A very impressive match from all players. You wonder, you know, just some of these little things, you know, if Civil Oath hadn't had the issue with his finger, if VROUM had been available for VROUM 365, their namesake not here for this match, would things have been different? But unfortunately, playing the what-if game never helped anyone. And Stan Kpop will take the win, will take the spot in the quarterfinals. And we will move on.